Thanks, Joe.
Yeah. Hello, everybody out there on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining us today. And if you just give us a few minutes, we'll be opening the doors in a moment. Thank you. Actually, that's just a few seconds. Thank you.
I just want to make sure to get this in your face.
It's okay.
Maybe you could sit on a pillow, get you a little bit higher.
Okay.
Would that be possible? Great.
Okay. Everybody ready? Should we wait a moment?
Okay, I'm good.
Okay. And here we go.
Margaret Blachly, Willa, Larry.
Hello. Hello, everybody. So glad to see you all today. Happy Friday. It's another day that we are all here. As Kathy Bullock likes to say, we all woke up this morning. We all got to breathe this morning. So there's some good news. Deep breath, everybody. That's the deep breath for the hellos. Hello, everybody out there on Facebook Live. So glad you are all with us today. And hello to everybody in here in this room. Very glad to see you all. Hello, Anna. Anna Andura, one of the stars of the Washington Post article. And hello, Kathy Mar, also one of the stars of the Post article. So nice to see you, and both right next to each other. Hello, Becky. Nice to see you today. And Sandy in the Yukon. Hello, Dick and Victoria. Hello, Julie. Nice to see you. Hello, Candace. Nice to see you. Another one of our new people from the Post. Glad you joined today. Hello, Janet in Georgia. Hello, Becky. Nice to see you today. Hello, Nicola in the UK. Hello. Hello, Bill in Victoria. And hello, Renata. Nice to have you today. Someone else who just found us yesterday from the Post. Hello, Sarah in Texas, and Nancy in Washington. Hello, Ann. Nice to have you today. You might be new to us. Hello, Janice. Good to see you. Doug in Vermont. Busy Graham, Carpe Diem Arts, hello. Dion in Massachusetts, hello. Hello, Bonnie in Idaho. And hello, Deborah in Kentucky. And hello, Arlene in California. And hello, Luda in Victoria. Miriam, hello. Nice to have you today. Glad you're here. Hello, Sheila in Florida. Dan in Virginia. Hello, Elle Nichols. Nice to have you today. Glad you're here. And I think you might be new to us. We're glad you've joined us. Christiana and Bob, hello. Margaret in Maine, hello. And Anne in the DC area, hello. Hello, Willa, nice to have you today. And Aloysius, hello from Massachusetts. Hello, Miles, nice to see you today. I think you might also be new to us. Deli in Maryland, hello, Anne, maybe also new. Carolyn in Idaho, definitely not new, hello. Megan, hello, and Megan's left-hand guy, nice to see you. Hello, Sherry, nice to have you. Pete and Janet, hello, coming in from Toronto. Glad to see you guys. Storm in Mass, hello. Hello, Sandy in Maryland. Fran and Dale in Colorado, hello and hello. Kevin in New Hampshire. Mary Jean Meyer, there's a big Revels name. Nice to see you today. Hindi in Toronto. Mabel and Bob in Massachusetts. Carol, hello. Liesel, hello. And hello to the Ida and Campbell and Whitby and Natalia Cambridge family. Tom, Steve in Baltimore. Beth in Kentucky, Alice, Sarah, Ann in New York, Annette in California, Lisa in Indiana, Greg Lewis, Washington Revels, Slim Harrison, hello, Susan McNeils from the DC Labor Corps, hello, Gary in Massachusetts, and Jennifer, Margie, and Barbara, and Jane, and Fred, and lots of other folks that are coming into the room, and some off video, Bob, Sid, Mia, Sandra, Suzanne, and others still popping in. So glad you're all here today. Goodness gracious me. Now deep breath. Ready? I'm really, really happy to see you all. And hello also to everybody out there on Facebook Live. So for anyone who's new to us, we are approaching, as in 2 more days, our 300th day of singing together in this room, one song every day. And sometimes we sneak in an extra song or two. And we're really glad you've decided to join us and hope you can continue joining us moving forward. This is a pretty amazing rock the house kind of a community that is basically filled with a lot of little squares of people who don't actually know each other, except now, of course, they do. So this is how we've all become friends, right here like this. And someday we're going to have such a party. So thank you again for joining us. This is the Washington Revels Carpe Diem Arts Daily Antidote of Song. And for anyone who's new, the lyrics to the song will be in the chat. The donate link is in the chat. All of the money that comes in through donations goes directly to the artists who lead us in song. My email is in the chat. We have a Daily Antidote email list where we send the lyrics and the artist in advance. And I want to thank Aaron Geyer for running the tech today. And of course, thank all of our fabulous partners who have worked with us on this program, including the Library of Congress American Folklife Center, the Ubuntu Choirs Network, Pinewoods Camp, Washington Revels, Carpe Diem Arts. It's been a whole gang of folks to pull this together. And today we have someone in the room who is new to us, new song leaders in the room, but certainly by no means new to the art of song leading or anything of the sort. Henry Chapin and Betsy Chapin coming in from Pennsylvania and with a long history connected to Revels and to Pinewoods and to the Seegers and more. So we are going to sing with them now, have a little discussion in the middle, and we're going to invite anybody who wishes to stay for the long journey through history discussion after we end with the second run through of the song today. So I hope you can all stick around for that too. Henry and Betsy, welcome and welcome.
Oh, Joe, thank you, Mary, very much. It's very inspiring to see that there's so many people on here and together in a community, a virtual community. We're going to sing a song I wrote in 2008 for the fiscal crisis at the time. I was inspired by a number of different artists that I really admire. One of them is Chris Williamson, wonderful California songwriter who wrote a song, and the lyric stuck with me, "The only way out is through." And I was also, you'll hear there's one line that's inspired by Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson when they made "We Are the World." That was a very important song for me to hear. Betsy, my partner in musical crime right here, has, in discussing this song, realized that it has a lot to do with the COVID situation that we're all going through right now. And when I wrote this song, it came out as a kind of a sea shanty. I've had a little bit of experience on the water, but not that much, but that's the way it came out. And just a one word that I think might throw you off, I talk about sea legs. And I don't mean that homogenized food that we eat sometimes that we call seafood. It's actually about being able to stand up with your legs strong. Ride out the storm.
You're going to teach it.
Oh, yeah. So here's the chorus. We're going to teach you the chorus. The first line of the chorus goes, "Ride out the storm." You want to sing that with me? Ride out the storm. And the second line of the chorus goes, "Ride out the storm." Should we try that? Ride out the storm. And the third line goes, "Ride out the storm." Fourth line, "Ride out the storm." That's it. That's the chorus. We'll sing the chorus. Here we go. Ride out the storm. Ride out the storm. Ride out the storm. Ride out the storm. Here goes. All hands on deck, wake up, get out of bed, batten down the hatches, there's rough seas up ahead. Can you stand some spray? wet? Have you used your sea legs now? Where's your safety net? Ride out the storm. Come on, everybody. Ride out the storm. You know how it goes. Ride out the storm. Ride out the storm. Cold wind blows, there's storm clouds in the sky. Fear is all around, you can't find a place to hide. Start to chart your course. Now is your rigging tied down tight? Do you know the phases of the moon? Can you navigate at night? Come on now. Ride out the storm. You can do it. Ride out the storm. Ride out the storm. Ride out the storm. Did you see it coming? Did you look the other way? Yeah. You missed the whistling and the winds. Missed the signs the other day. Did you feel the currents? Did you read the clouds up in the sky? Won't do you no good now if you don't keep a weather eye. Come on now, come on everybody, got to pull as one now. Times like these, you gotta get her done. Tin down, stand up tall. Put your ego on the shelf now. Now is not the time for thinking of yourself. Here we go. Ride out the storm. Everybody, ride out the storm. We are ride out the storm. Ride out the storm. There we are.
Yay. Thank you, Henry and Betsy. Thank you so much. Definitely a song for a lot of different seasons and a lot of different reasons. And I wrote in today's email that the line that really struck me was, we've got to pull as one, because we've been talking about that so much in the room. The notion that at this point, it's really going to take everybody to be able to sort of get us back on something resembling a good track or the right track or something. And also the notion of not thinking of ourselves or ego first right now, or one could say party first or anything else first. It really just has to be about the human aspect right now, and nothing more sort of to that point than dropping the 1,700 cards yesterday at Howard University Hospital and having the CEO of Howard explain to me how much it's going to mean to those healthcare workers to read little lines written just to them. Like, you know, that idea of being noticed and of being seen as a person is in fact what gives us the strength to pull as one and make the changes. And it's going to take some work. We talk about that a lot in here. And so I am, Henry, super interested in hearing you tell a little bit more about when you wrote it and sort of the thoughts in your mind about the different verses.
Yeah. Well, I'm an occasional songwriter, and like Arne yesterday, I was thinking about, after listening and singing along with her, I'm a functional songwriter. I write songs for a purpose, and the purpose is to bring us together, and that's where this song came from. You know, the when we sing it again, I hope you all will be able to see the lyrics, and Aaron's going to post them. You know, the first part kind of lays out the story of being on this in a storm and what you have to do to get prepared. And the third verse is a little frightening and a little bit foreboding, the way I wrote it. He said, "No, be careful. Be careful of what's coming. And if you got things right, have you prepared? Have you got yourself inside, organized and ready to go?" And then I wrote a bridge after some years, because any good sort of quasi-pop song's got to have a bridge. So I wrote a bridge. And then at the end, I wanted to just encourage us all to come together, and to just remember to, like Quincy Jones said before, all those super egos walked into the recording studio to make "We Are the World." He wrote. There was a handwritten sign on the door I read once that said, "Check your ego in the coat room, please, before you come in." So I thought that was I stole that in the greatest tradition of songwriters and musicians stealing from each other. So, and I really now, Betsy said we should put this more active. It should be an active. We are riding out the storm. We are all riding together, and we are so helpful and so thankful for essential workers and healthcare workers and teachers who are putting so much on the line to be in schools, and people and families and communities everywhere.
And thank you, Henry. I think one of the things that definitely has happened in this pandemic is being able to be inside. It's back to the human aspect, being able to be inside of other people's worlds in a way that maybe we glossed over or never quite thought enough. But we talked about that yesterday, seeing sort of the photos or hearing the plights of some of the different essential workers and understanding how much other people really are pulling for us. And it puts the responsibility on us, of course, to pull for everyone else too. Great team, not unlike the folks in this room, where we come together to share the joy and to find the strength and to come up with the projects that can be someone else's strength. So I want to thank everybody in this room for coming here and singing with us today and with Henry. And also I want to thank all the card writers, and I want to thank everybody who's been a part of all this project since we started. And speaking of whence we started, so Henry, I know you've been around on the musical scene for at least a couple years or so, maybe, 10 or 20 or 30 or so. So I actually have a fun picture, which I would like to pop up just to give you all a little bit of a clue of what's coming later. Aaron, can we put up one photo, please? And this is a picture of Henry, who is performing in the role of the Fool. So that is a role that appears in the Christmas Revels very regularly. This is Henry at a festival in New England. He was actually the Fool, as far as I know, in the very first Christmas Revels, the Washington, D.C. Christmas Revels, and then in subsequent years. And so I know we have, thanks, Aaron, you can take it down. I know we have Greg Lewis in the room of Washington Revels, who was also around for the same number of decades and a part of that show. We also have Busy Graham in the room, who has known the Chapins for a while and who knows a little bit about the Seeger connections. And I think we have Marnie in the room. And if we don't, I'm going to have to suffice as the Pinewoods stand-in to talk about some of your Pinewoods connections. But Henry is really linked to so many of the different musical organizations that both I am linked to and some of the folks in this room are linked to. So for some of you, our history chat afterwards may be all old hat. And for some of you, it might be new knowledge, but we hope you stick either way, because we're looking forward to kind of diving in a little more deeply. So Henry, while people are still popping in the room, can we take a deep breath and maybe sing the chorus once more or a few times more? Or actually, if you feel like singing the whole song again, we'll take it. I do. Yeah, because those folks who just came in the room are going to be really happy now that you're singing the whole song. So, and then after that, we'll switch over to a longer and a deeper discussion. I do want to ask everybody before, if you're just in case you're leaving, there are some events coming up that are in the chat right now. Of course, the Revels Pub Sing on Sunday night, Dick Jackson and Kathy Baker's choir event. Something will be in there from Leah Gilmore, one of our other song leaders. So please check out the chat and make sure you figure out what other cool things you can go to this week. Thank you again so much, Henry. We're excited to sing it with you once more.
Right, great. All right, well, I'm going to come out of the closet right here on this screen to say that I'm also Hank Chapin. And it's always been a confusion in my life. And I also, to correct, I wasn't a Fool in the first Revels. The first Revels was in 1958 in Town Hall, but my mom took me to it at age 8 because she was friends with Jack Langstaff and what he was doing. And so we sat in Town Hall on 43rd Street. I did, my mom and I. And I will never forget the Abbott's Bromley horn dance. Pretty obvious. Things
Yeah.
you never forget, of course.
Yeah. That's one that really sticks, right?
Yeah. And then I was in the audience. I was living at Pinewoods Camp, actually, in 1971 when the first Revels was in Sanders Theater in Cambridge, and I came up to watch it. And then after that, in '72, I was part of it, and Jack invited me in. And in those years in Cambridge, I fooled, and I led different choreography, and I did the set. I built wonderful, big, huge wreath out of pine branches. And then up in Hanover, New Hampshire, working with Carol Langstaff. And then in New York with Betsy years ago, and she did the children's chorus. And on and on and on. And up the Hudson River, we had our own splinter Revels for a while. And out in California, I was invited. So, it goes way back. We could talk.
And
about
maybe were you the fool in the first DC Revels? That's the piece that.
Not to forget, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. We all barreled down from Cambridge, Boston area. Terry Tobias and myself and others to Lisner, and we helped the children at McLean School make banners. Little flags to hang, to festoon across the stage for the first spring Revels down there. And,
beautiful.
That's right. I was there. I'm a dinosaur.
I want to add something. When you're singing it again, I'm starting to think of words that I can sing in an improvisatory way, and you're welcome to do that when you sing along with us. It kind of is easiest in the chorus. I'm singing, "We are riding out the storm. Don't forget."
Please.
Don't forget the healthcare workers. Things are coming out, and that's what's. There's space in this song to do that.
Please testify. Gotta. Yeah. Should you do the chorus?
I don't know.
Ride out the storm.
Sure.
Ride out the storm.
We are riding out the storm.
Everybody ride out the storm. Now all hands on deck, wake up, get out of bed, batten down the hatches, there's rough seas up ahead. Can you stand some spray? Can you handle getting wet? Do you have your sea legs? Yeah. Where's your safety net? Yeah. Ride out the storm. Come on, everybody. Ride out the storm. Ride out the storm. Everybody. Ride out the storm. Cold winds blowing, there's storm clouds in the sky. Fear is all around, you can't find a place to hide. You better chart your course, make sure your rigging is tied down tight. Can you make the phases of the moon? Can you navigate at night? Ride out the storm, ride out the storm. We are all ride out the storm. Come on now, ride out the storm. Did you see it coming, or did you look the other way? Did you miss the whistling and the winds the other day? Miss the signs that say? Did you feel the currents? And did you read the clouds up in the sky? You know it won't do you no good, if you don't keep a weather eye. Now, come on everybody, got to pull as one. In times like these, get her done. Yeah, chin down, stand up tall. Put your ego on the shelf where it belongs. Now is not the time for thinking of yourself. Here we go. Ride out the storm. Here we are. Ride out the storm. Yeah, we can do it. Ride out the storm. You know we can. Ride out the storm. Go on and do it now. Ride out the storm. I know we can. Ride out the storm.
Every
Everybody,
day.
ride out the storm. Harmony. Ride out the storm.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Henry. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Betsy.
all so much.
Yay.
That was fabulous. That's it's a soothing, powerful song all at once. It's really nice. Like it, we were all doing this, but the words are really there. And I love that combination.
Storm was there.
Yeah, exactly. So I would like to say goodbye to all the folks on Facebook Live and let you know that if you're interested in joining us in here for this sort of like ongoing discussion, you are welcome to do so. You can go to revelsdc.org/daily-song and you'll find the link to join us in here. We would love to have you. We may or may not have 700 or 700 spaces left for you in here. So please join. And we look forward to also singing with you again tomorrow and whatever other days you're able to join us. Thank you again so much for being here. And